90 Day Fiancé, Jenny insulted by Sumit in Bears All. Are they still together? In the dramatic world of 90 Day Fiancé, few relationships have been as emotionally intense, controversial, and unpredictable as the love story between Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh. Over the years, viewers have watched their romance survive catfishing, betrayal, family opposition, cultural clashes, and a staggering 29-year age gap. Yet just when fans believe the couple has endured the worst, another painful moment unfolds, one that cuts deeper than ever before. For a long time, Sumit's parents, Sana and Anil, have been seen as the primary obstacle preventing the couple from finding peace. From the earliest days of their relationship, they made it clear that they did not approve of their son marrying a woman significantly older than him. Their objections were not subtle. They were vocal, emotional, and often humiliating. And during a recent episode of 90 Day Bears All on Discovery Plus, tensions erupted once again in front of the cameras. The special episode was hosted by Shawn Robinson, known for her composed but probing interview style. She sat down with Jenny and Sumit, but they weren't alone. Sumit's parents were present, along with his brother Amit and sister-in-law. From the very beginning, the atmosphere felt tense. This was not a friendly reunion. It was a confrontation filled with unresolved pain, cultural expectations, and lingering resentment. Over the years, Jenny has sacrificed nearly everything for this relationship. She left her stable life in Palm Springs, California. She sold her possessions. She relocated across the world to India. She endured criticism from strangers and harsh judgment from Sumit's family. She waited a decade for marriage, holding on to hope despite constant setbacks. But what happened during this Bears All episode made fans question whether she had finally reached her emotional limit. To understand why this moment hurt so much, it's important to revisit how their relationship began. More than 10 years ago, Jenny met Sumit online. At the time, she was in her early 50s and searching for companionship. Sumit, living in Delhi, created a fake profile under the name of Michael Jones. Using photos of a young model, he pretended to be a 25-year-old American man. For an entire year, Jenny believed she was speaking to someone completely different. They built a connection. They spoke daily. They shared personal details about their lives. Jenny fell deeply in love. Eventually, however, the truth surfaced. Michael Jones did not exist. The man behind the screen was Sumit Singh, a young Indian man who had lied about his identity. For many, that betrayal would have ended everything. But Jenny chose forgiveness. When she finally saw the real Sumit, she admitted she found him attractive. Despite the deception, she stayed. That decision set the course for everything that followed. As their long-distance relationship continued, the complications only grew. Sumit hid important truths. Most devastating of all, he entered an arranged marriage with another woman without telling Jenny. When she eventually learned that he was secretly married while she was living with him in India, the heartbreak was overwhelming. She realized she had unknowingly become the other woman. The humiliation was public and painful. Still, she forgave him again. During 90 Day Fiancé the other way, Sumit finalized his divorce, a decision that deeply angered his parents. In Indian culture, marriage is sacred, and divorce carries significant stigma. His choice not only ended his arranged marriage, but also brought shame to his family within their community. From that point forward, his parents' hostility toward Jenny intensified. They blamed her for influencing him. They accused her of destroying tradition. They believed she pulled him away from his cultural responsibilities. That resentment never truly faded. So when Shawn asked Sumit's family about their first impression of Jenny during the Bears All special, viewers sensed trouble. Anil spoke bluntly. He stated that they expected Sumit's wife to be good-looking and revealed that Sumit himself was shocked when he first saw Jenny in person, especially because of her age. The comment hit hard. Jenny's expression changed instantly. She has endured years of online mockery about her age. Strangers have called her too old and questioned why a younger man would choose her. But hearing something so personal from her partner's father on television was deeply painful. She turned to Sumit, clearly hurt, and asked whether that was true. Instead of firmly defending her, Sumit awkwardly attempted to explain. He said he was shocked, but not in the way it's sounding. Then he added that he didn't think she would look that way. Those words shifted everything. Jenny appeared stunned. For over a decade, she believed Sumit loved her fully, including her appearance. Now, in front of millions, she was learning that he had been surprised by how she looked in person. To her, this wasn't just about aging. It was about respect. It was about loyalty. It was about standing beside your partner when your family criticizes them. As the conversation continued, Sumit tried to soften the blow. He explained that back in 2011, camera quality was poor, suggesting that perhaps her photos did not accurately represent her appearance. But the explanation didn't erase the sting. From off-camera, Jenny's voice could be heard, emotional and frustrated. She said she would not sit there and be insulted by people implying she looked like an old lady. Shortly after, she walked off set. The room fell silent. Viewers at home were stunned. After everything this couple had endured, the lies, the divorce, the family battles, was this the final breaking point? Online reactions were immediate. Some fans felt Sumit had unintentionally hurt her with careless wording. Others argued that a loving partner should never admit such thoughts publicly. Debate spread quickly across social media. The biggest question lingered. Were they still together? Rumors began circulating that Jenny might have returned to the United States. Speculation intensified. But then, Jenny addressed the situation herself. She posted a smiling selfie with Sumit on Facebook, writing, "Don't believe rumors." The image showed them close and seemingly at peace. Supportive messages flooded the comments. Fans praised their resilience and encouraged them to stay strong. That single post shifted the narrative. Despite the humiliation, despite the tears, despite walking off camera, Jenny chose not to end the relationship publicly. She did not announce a separation. Instead, she reaffirmed their bond. Their love story has never been conventional. It's been complicated, messy, and at times painful. Yet it remains undeniably real to them. Jenny has embraced Indian traditions, learned to cook local dishes, and adapted to a completely different culture. Sumit has risked family relationships and societal expectations to remain with her. The Berzal episode did more than expose an old first impression. It revealed lingering insecurities. It highlighted how sensitive the topic of age remains for Jenny, and it demonstrated how powerful family words can be. But it also showed resilience. Even after a public confrontation, they stood together. When it comes to drama in the 90-Day Fiancé universe, very few couples have delivered as many emotional highs and heartbreaking lows as Jenny Slatin and Sumit Singh. Their relationship has survived catfishing, secret marriages, cultural battles, parental rejection, a 29-year age gap, and public humiliation. But just when fans think they've seen it all, a new storm erupts, and this time it hits deeper than ever. Sumit Singh's parents, Sana and Anil, have long been considered the biggest obstacle standing between Sumit and Jenny's marriage. From the very beginning, they made it clear that they did not approve of their son marrying a woman nearly 3 decades older than him. And in a recent episode of 90 Day Bears All on Discovery Plus, the tension exploded once again, leaving fans shocked, uncomfortable, and questioning the future of this controversial couple. The drama unfolded during a special Bears All episode hosted by Sean Robinson. Known for her calm yet piercing interview style, Sean sat down with not only Sumit and Jenny, but also his parents, his brother Amit, and his sister-in-law. It was already clear that this wasn't going to be a peaceful family discussion. The air was heavy with unresolved resentment, cultural expectations, and emotional wounds that had never truly healed. For years, viewers have watched Jenny sacrifice almost everything for love. She left her comfortable life in Palm Springs. She sold her belongings. She moved across the world to India. She endured public shame. She waited 10 long years to marry the man she loved. But what unfolded during this Bears All episode made many fans wonder if Jenny had finally reached her breaking point. To understand the depth of this moment, we need to go back to the beginning. Sumit and Jenny's story started more than a decade ago online. At the time, Jenny was in her early 50s, lonely and looking for companionship. Sumit, living in Delhi, decided to create a fake profile under the name Michael Jones. He used photos of a handsome young model and told Jenny he was a 25-year-old man living in the United States. For an entire year, Jenny believed she was talking to Michael Jones. They formed a connection. They laughed. They shared secrets. They talked daily. Jenny fell deeply in love. But eventually, the truth came crashing down. Michael Jones wasn't real. He was Sumit Singh, a young Indian man who had lied about his name, identity, and appearance. For many people, that level of deception would have been the end. But for Jenny, it wasn't. When she finally saw the real Sumit, she didn't walk away. She said she thought he was cute. Despite the betrayal, she chose to stay, and that choice would change her life forever. As their relationship continued long distance, things became even more complicated. Sumit kept secrets, big secrets. He never told his parents about Jenny in a serious way. He never stood firmly by her side. And worst of all, he entered into an arranged marriage with another woman, all while still talking to Jenny. When Jenny eventually discovered that Sumit was secretly married, it shattered her. She had moved to India. She was living with him. She believed they were building a future together. Instead, she learned that she was unknowingly the other woman. The humiliation was intense. But once again, she forgave him. Sumit eventually divorced his wife during 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way Season 2, a decision that created massive backlash from his family. His parents felt betrayed. They felt ashamed. In Indian culture, marriage is sacred, and divorce carries deep social stigma. Sumit's choice not only hurt his wife, but also deeply embarrassed his parents within their community. From that moment on, Sana and Anil's resentment towards Jenny intensified. They blamed her for everything. They believed she manipulated their son. They believed she destroyed his first marriage. They believed she took him away from tradition, from family expectations, from cultural norms. And that resentment has never truly disappeared. So when Sean Robinson asked the Singh family about their first impressions of Jenny during the Bears All episode, viewers knew something uncomfortable was coming. Anil didn't hold back. Speaking calmly but bluntly, he told Sean, "We also expect the wife of Sumit should be good-looking." Sumit was also shocked to see Jenny, the age of Jenny. Sumit, when he saw her first time, he was shocked. The words landed like a bomb. Jenny's face changed instantly. For years, she had endured criticism about her age. Online trolls constantly call her too old. They mock her appearance. They question why a younger man would be with her. But hearing something like that from her own partner's father and on national television cut deeper. Jenny turned to Sumit, visibly confused and hurt. She asked him directly if that was true. Instead of immediately defending her in a strong, reassuring way, Sumit tried to explain. "It's shocked not like that. I didn't feel that the age difference." But then he added something that made everything worse. "But I didn't think you would look that way." That sentence changed the entire atmosphere. Jenny looked stunned. For over a decade, she believed that Sumit loved her for who she was. She believed he found her beautiful. She believed that despite the age gap, he accepted her completely. And now, in front of millions of viewers, she was hearing that he was shocked by her appearance. It felt humiliating. She had never heard this from him before. To Jenny, it wasn't just about looks. It was about respect. It was about dignity. It was about standing by your partner when your family attacks them. And in that moment, she didn't feel defended. As the conversation continued, the tension escalated. Sumit attempted to clarify, saying back in 2011, camera quality wasn't very good. He suggested that Jenny looked slightly older in person than the photos he had seen on his computer, but the damage was already done. From off-camera, Jenny's voice could be heard, emotional and angry. "I'm not going to sit here and be insulted by everybody telling me I freaking look like an old lady. Who wants to hear that, ST?" And then she walked off. The silence that followed was heavy. Fans watching at home were shocked. Some believed this was the final straw. After 10 years of lies, secrets, and humiliation, had Sumit finally pushed her too far? Social media exploded almost instantly. Viewers debated whether Sumit had intentionally insulted her or if he was just clumsy with words. Some defended him, saying he was being honest about first impressions from years ago. Others were furious, saying no loving partner should ever publicly admit something like that. The biggest question quickly became, are Jenny and Sumit still together? For days, rumors spread. Some fans claimed they had broken up. Others speculated that Jenny had finally returned to the United States. But then, Jenny did something that changed the narrative. She posted a happy selfie with Sumit on Facebook. In the photo, they were smiling, close together, calm, and her caption was simple but powerful. "Don't believe rumors." That single sentence reassured many fans. The comment section filled with support. "You two truly are in love. Never give up. You both know your truth. That is all that matters. True fans never abandon." It was clear that despite everything, Jenny wasn't ready to walk away. And perhaps that's what makes their story so fascinating. Love doesn't always look perfect. It's messy, it's complicated, it's emotional, especially when you add a massive age gap, cultural differences, and family disapproval into the mix. Jenny has embraced Indian culture in ways many people never expected. She learned to cook traditional Indian meals. She adapted to new customs. She tried to gain approval from her mother Sana. She endured criticism about her age, her background, and her presence in her son's life. And through it all, she stayed. Sumit, on the other hand, has struggled between loyalty to his parents and loyalty to his partner. In Indian society, parents hold immense authority. Defying them isn't just rebellious, it's deeply dishonorable in some communities. Sumit's choice to choose Jenny meant risking permanent separation from his parents. That internal conflict has shaped much of their drama. The Bears All episode didn't just reveal an old first impression, it exposed unresolved insecurities. It highlighted how fragile Jenny still feels about her age. It showed how deeply family words can wound. But it also showed something else. Despite humiliation, despite walking off set, despite public embarrassment, Jenny returned. She didn't announce a breakup. She didn't disappear. Instead, she posted that smiling photo. That tells fans something important. Their relationship may be flawed, it may be controversial, it may be built on a chaotic foundation. 90 Day Fiancé, Jenny insulted by Sumit in Bears All. Are they together? Sumit Singh's parents, Sana and Anil, are known to be the main reason why Sumit and 90 Day Fiancé star Jenny Slatin aren't married yet, and they created more drama in a recent 90 Day Bears All episode. As Sean Robinson interviewed the Singh family about their first impressions of Jenny, Anil revealed a shocking truth. When 90 Day Fiancé Sumit agreed with his dad, Jenny stormed off, leaving Discovery Plus fans wondering if they are still together. The drama began on last Sunday's episode of 90 Day Bears All, which had Sean speaking to Sumit and Jenny, accompanied by his parents, brother Amit, and sister-in-law. The couple, with their 29-year age gap, is one of 90 Day Fiancé's most controversial pairs. This is because Sumit catfished Jenny, 63, before meeting her. She's been waiting to marry him for 10 years. The Delhi-based Sumit, 32, hoodwinked Jenny into thinking he was Michael Jones, 25, for a full year. After Jenny found out the truth, the Palm Springs grandma thought he was cute. However, during their years of dating long distance, Sumit secretly married someone else, kept lying to Jenny, and also went against his parents' wishes. He finally divorced his wife on 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way, Season 2. Recently, on 90 Day Bears All, Sumit blatantly insulted Jenny by revealing that he was surprised by her looks when he met her in person. 90 Day Fiancé dad Anil said this to Sean. "We also expect the wife of Sumit should be good-looking. Sumit was also shocked to see Jenny, the age of Jenny. Sumit, when he saw her first time, he was shocked." Upon hearing this, a puzzled Jenny questioned Sumit. He replied with, "It's shocked, not like that. I didn't feel that the age difference." He added, "But I didn't think you would look that way." As expected, 90 Day Fiancé's Jenny was shocked to be hearing this from Sumit for the first time and stormed off camera, making everyone watching wonder if she'd finally go back home. Sumit explained his side, saying that in that time of 2011, the camera quality was not that good, which is why he thought Jenny looked a little more older in person than what he'd seen on his computer. "I'm not going to sit here and be insulted by everybody telling me I fucking look like an old lady. Who wants to hear that shit?" Jenny was heard saying from the background. This made 90 Day Fiancé fans believe that she and Sumit had broken up. However, Jenny soon took to her Facebook to post a happy selfie with Sumit and captioned it with, "Don't believe rumors." The update from their favorite 90 Day Fiancé star had fans commenting, "You two are truly in love, never give up," and "You both know your truth. That is all that matters. True fans never abandon." Just like her loyal fans, 90 Day Fiancé's Jenny, who has embraced Indian cooking and customs, will most likely never abandon Sumit.